Hello gamers, welcome to part 2 of Protomon for Super Snail Global. We're going to start with the global monitoring system. I mentioned in the first video that you can batch certain things. I want to show that quickly and then we'll go into more Protomon content. Within the catalysis menu where you summon Protomon, there's a bug in the bottom left corner. After you unlock the 5 deployment slots and summon 100 times, the bug will evolve into a butterfly. There are 4 fusion options. One is to convert the 5 basic blue Protomon, fusing them into a new purple Protomon. We can also fuse the basic purple Protomon into an orange quality Protomon. And then there are 2 different gumball menus. Depending on which gumball you get, you can actually summon a Protomon you already have or summon a brand new one. This is a very neat feature because previously with this menu of summoning, we didn't have a chance to get certain Protomon as easily. Take all those excess Protomon you have and maybe you'll get something new. In the day 1 video, I was unaware there would be another menu option in the first zone. This is the Wonder Sage. For the Stele event that happens, I guess on Saturdays, we have the option of recruiting a lot. This guy offers 2 shop options. The first is to pay to obtain additional recruit tokens and advanced recruit tokens to get a lot of resources that will power up your squad. Once you recruit, you will receive a currency that you can use in his shop. The thing I'm aiming toward is the Protomon that costs 8,000. It is the featured Protomon for the month. I assume it will be very nice to have at a very high star quality. Welcome to Wonder Stele. This event is all about recruitment. Use your recruit tokens and your advanced recruit tokens if you paid for them, and you have the opportunity to get a variety of rewards. This includes Amber, followers, Protomon, the powder we need to upgrade them, Stele energy, and more. Stele energy really is the goal here if you're lucky. Stele energy will increase the level of your Wonder Stele. Once you reach level 8, you can actually catch the featured Protomon instantly. I think that's pretty cool. If you can get there. It's also a competition, just like other things. So if you get enough points, you'll get extra resources, which you can use for the shop. But the real payout I noticed is the luck. If that roulette spins and you land on something good, you can get a lot of Stele energy, you can get a lot of followers, but there is a really nice chance of getting Protomon. New Protomon and a very, very small chance to get the featured Protomon. But that's only when you level up the actual Wonder Stele to a certain point. I highly recommend checking out the menu to see what rewards are available. Wonder Stele levels really do open up a lot for us. I highly recommend checking what the levels provide and even the additional content that's available. Surprise, we can get into fights that give us more resources to level up our Protomon. It also opens up specific events, fights we can do with our minions, fights we can do with our snail, and fights we can do with the Protomon themselves. Wonder Stele level really is the feature for this event. The Sanctums are really important because they synergize with your chieftain and minion fights, as well as giving you boosts. Whenever you go into the Sanctums, you may notice you don't have any. So by completing fights against the chieftains, that will enable you to unlock more Sanctums. The Sanctums appoint a priest, which only certain Protomon are priests, so you have to pay attention to their type. I mentioned this in the first video, that some Protomon are priests and some Protomons are devotees. They only can be assigned to one or the other. For your Protomon that are priests, they can also have devotees added, but one, it costs black tadpoles to unlock the slots, and two, additional slots become available as you do fights with chieftains. In order to be capable, I guess, of defeating the chieftains more easily, you need to invest resources into the stats. So a priest has 3 stats, and then a devotee has 1 stat. The resources you gain from inside of the chieftain area with your followers, those can be used to help improve those 4 stats. It's important to diversify, I would say. So as you have, starting with the Forest Sanctum, you put points and you put resources into the devotee and the priest. Well, when you then unlock the Frost Sanctum, you want to add a priest there and then add devotees there. Then upgrade those, because it's going to start costing a lot more resources to make the forest stronger. Then you're going to unlock Desert. Same thing. Add a priest in the desert, add devotees in the desert, upgrade those. And then you're going to get the Swamp, so on and so forth. So it's a battle of having resources, upgrading the right units, and then going into the fights. What will happen over time is you will acquire Protomon that are more suited for these Sanctums. So for example, you might get a Protomon that is a Fractomon, which is a high quality orange unit. I think it is SS rank. That's going to be a much better devotee than just a regular purple Protomon. Another thing to keep in mind is the star value. If you get a purple Protomon to max star value of 5 stars, it might actually be better than a Fractomon that is 3 stars. It's all about checking to see what the bonuses are. The good news is, if you do invest in a Protomon, you can reset for 50 white tadpoles. So you can always mix and match and test it out without using a lot of resources. I know in some other content it takes about 2,000 white tadpoles, which is a lot to invest, but in this case it's only 50. So why not check it out, see what works for you. Also, whenever you upgrade a Protomon to 4 stars, you have the brands unlock. Brands are just going to be additional stats that help you as a snail. If you have extras, you can even upgrade those brands to make them even stronger. I noticed that one of the brands upgraded to a 7-star. It's pretty high up there, but it's good stats. So the entirety of Sanctum is about adding a priest that aligns with that Sanctum and adding devotees as you unlock slots aligned to that Sanctum as well. And then as you get to 4-star quality and higher, you want to add brands, but specific to ones applied within the Sanctum. It does not help you if you add a brand to a 4-star unit that's not in a Sanctum. A little bit of micromanagement there, but it's a really cool feature of figuring out what works best for you. Good luck! Earlier I mentioned fusing. That is a really nice feature if you have too many excess blue and purple Protomon. Trust me, you will eventually. What I did was I maxed the star value for each Protomon, and then with the excess, I used those for fusion. Here you'll see me fuse purple into orange, which is really nice. I actually got one very, very good Protomon that I started using in one of my Sanctums. And also gumballs. So if you get enough duplicate gumballs, you can use them and get a useful Protomon. Few clips, I'll show you the recruitment at a max Wonder Stele level of 15 and me catching the Protomon. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, comment your thoughts, let me know what you want to see from me, and please subscribe for more. I'll be back on Friday with more Super Snail content. See you next time.